Abiru Arsenal wo le yi báyìí torí Ọlọ́run. Which kind Arsenal be this sef? Yeah. Now this same Arsenal won't win Premier League title, abi? Now this same Arsenal won't win league. Which kind performance? Ah, God, Arsenal. Why now? Why now? Struggling against basement boys, Wolves at home at the Emirates. That was really a lucky escape for Arsenal today and Mikel Arteta. A really, really lucky escape for them. A 2-1. In fact, Wolves scored all 3 goals. But then, I know a lot of Arsenal fans and Mikel Arteta won't care because a win is a win. And if you want to win the Premier League title, what matters is the result in the end. But the performance itself is nothing to write home about. Victor Gyökeres left frustrated once again by lack of clear-cut chances for him by his teammate, especially Gabriel Martinelli. But in the end, Arsenal got the job done. They maintain that 5-point gap between themselves and Manchester City, who play tomorrow going into the break. So Arsenal will be very delighted they got the job done and got all 3 points in the end. And so they have maximum 3 points from that game, 36 points now on the table, 5 ahead of Manchester City, who are on 31, and Aston Villa on 30. Both of them play tomorrow. Really, really lucky escape. Oriyomi ni Arsenal fi na àwọn people here, man. That was not a champion's performance. Wolves will feel very gutted and disappointed. Rob Edwards must be wondering what else his side could do to get a result at the Emirates, given such a very thoughtful and heartful performance from his boys. They gave it all, but in the end, they still fell short. 2-1, the final score then. Arsenal 2, Wolves 1. But then that is a proper title race match we just saw there at the Emirates today, because goodness me, that was some match by a mile. And earlier on, Chelsea 2-0 win over Everton, a really comfortable win for them. Enzo Maresca's side bounced back to winning ways. They haven't won a single game in 5 matches since beating Barcelona 3-0 in the Champions League, and today was the day to really end all that. Cole Palmer with his first goal in the league this season, I suppose. Malo Gusto with his second goal. Everton huff and puffed, but really couldn't do anything about the result. So Enzo Maresca, what a relieved man that man would be there. So 3 points, and that marks the last game that Moises Caicedo would miss following that red card against Arsenal. So they should have Moises Caicedo available for their crucial next game in the Premier League. And Liverpool, what a huge relief for Anslot, 2 back-to-back winner in the Champions League and now in the Premier League. 2-0 win over Brighton, and all the headlines was leading to the game was around the future of Mo Salah. He had a peace talk, so to speak, with the manager yesterday, and he was included in the squad. 25th minute of action, he was called upon to come into the game following injury to Joe Gomez, who was taken off, and Mo Salah came on. He was on hand to give an assist for Liverpool's second goal. Hugo Ekitike with both goals in that one to condemn Brighton to yet another defeat. And just like I've been saying on this on my page all season long, it's more or less like Anslot was digging his own grave, right? Because he's got an informed striker in Hugo Ekitike, and he kept benching him for Alexander Isak, who has not hit the ground running for Liverpool. He's yet to fire anything for Liverpool. Just 1 goal in the Premier League for Alexander Isak. And you look at Hugo Ekitike, 4 goals in 2 games now for him. He was on course for a hat-trick today, but wasn't to be. But he's the man in form. It took him just 47 seconds to put Liverpool in front in the game against Brighton. So Anslot will have himself to blame if he ever dropped this guy to the bench once more. I know he's trying to find a way in for Alexander Isak, but you can't do that at the expense of the whole team. But Mo Salah, another history today. He has the highest goal involvement, goals and assists in Premier League history following that assist from corner kick for Hugo Ekitike. And what a match! Fulham against Burnley, Fulham 3-2 win over Burnley. That was some game as well. A really interesting watch there for Fulham. MS Smith's Rowe gave them the lead. Leslie Ugochukwu, the former Chelsea player, leveled things, and Calvin Bassey, Nigeria international Calvin Bassey, made it 2-1. And then Harry Wilson from Samuel Chukwueze's assist made it 3-1 before Sonne put one back in the 86th minute, but it wasn't to be, as Fulham won all 3 points there. So it's really looking pretty interesting in the Premier League title race this season then. And tomorrow more matches still to come. You have Crystal Palace taking on Manchester City. What a huge test this will be for Pep Guardiola's side. And his team, Nottingham Forest, will take on informed Tottenham Hotspur. There at Sunderland against Newcastle United. Newcastle United really inconsistent so far this season. And West Ham United against Aston Villa. Aston Villa will hope to maintain their recent run of form. 8 wins on the bounce now, 13 wins in 15 games for Unai Emery's side. Another win tomorrow, and they will be, knocking on the door and chasing Arsenal in the title race. And Brentford Leeds complete the lineup of Premier League action tomorrow. It's going to be a super Sunday then. All right, thanks for being a part of this one. Don't forget to share the video, like, subscribe to my page, and I'll see you again in my next video. Ciao.